Hi, Spencer Crittenden here. I'm a chiropractor and trainer with Elemental Back and Body. I want to discuss transverse abdominis engagement. So the transverse abdominis muscle is a deep muscle in the core. You have two cores in your body, outer core and inner core. Outer core is the six pack, the big obliques, the big back muscles. Those are the movers, the ones that engage when you lift something heavy in and out of the car, things like that. Deep to that, you have a postural inner core that is purely for basic stability before you engage the other muscles. It's basically a cylinder in the body with your diaphragm, your pelvic floor, and then a muscle called the transverse abdominis. It attaches to your low back and wraps all the way around from your ribs to your pelvis, filling basically the entire inside of your body before you get into the guts and organs and things like that. Engagement of this muscle is very crucial to low back stability and get rid of that pain. So we're going to go through an exercise series here, show you how to engage it, show you how to get used to using this muscle, and many people it's been turned off, so turning it back on is difficult, and you got to make sure you get each step down before you move on to the other one. This exercise series isn't as much for strength as it is for coordination and changing pattern. So don't move quickly, you want to go slow and make sure you're doing things correctly. Danny here's going to demonstrate for us, so on your back please, Danny. Bend your knees, feet flat. Danny's already got his hands in the correct position, which is under the arch of your back. You don't want them down under your tailbone. You want them in the round part of your back, flat on each side. So what you're looking for, so go ahead and let's just have you just march your feet in place slowly. So what you'll probably find here when you first do this is you'll feel your back engaging. It'll be tightening up, lifting off your hands, arching side to side. What that says is that you're not creating enough stability from the front. Most of it's coming from the back. So go ahead and stop your legs for a sec. So what we're going to do through this whole series is try to engage different movements while keeping the back as quiet as possible. So you shouldn't feel any shifting on your hands, any lifting, swinging side to side. It should stay as quiet as you can keep it. So the way to engage your TA is you take a breath in, and as you exhale, you slightly draw in towards your spine, and then engage the muscles from your belly button down to your pubic bone, so the lower part of your abs. You shouldn't push out, shouldn't hold your breath. It's a light drawing in, and then for lack of a better term, it's kind of like cutting off a pea midstream. It's pelvic floor engagement. So once you find the stability, you want to start moving the legs while keeping this. It's a slow movement, so you don't want to start moving the legs really quickly. You want to use one breath cycle per leg. So in this case, we're going to have Danny take a nice breath in, and as he exhales, he draws in, creates stability in that core. Once that engages, lift one heel off the ground. Keep the toes on. Good. Back down, breath in. Exhale, create stability. Heel up on the other side. Back down, breath in. Exhale, create stability. Lift the other heel. Take a break. I know this seems basic, but don't move on to lifting the whole foot until you can do this and there's no movement in the back. Again, the exhale draws in, creates tension. Then you engage the lower abs. That stability stays present through the whole leg movement. Once you've got the heel lift, you can move on to a whole foot lift. All you're doing is lifting the entire foot an inch off the ground. So the same cycle applies. You take a breath in, you exhale, you draw in, create tension, lift one foot an inch off the ground, back down. If you're doing this and you're feeling a swing in the back, an arch, back off, just do the heel, get that down before you move on. You can alternate sides. Again, it's not a matter of reps, it's a matter of how well you do it. So if you do 2 or 3 only on each side and keep them great, that's plenty to start. Once you have the foot lift down, you can start moving the center of balance farther away from the body to create more difficulty and engage more strength. So as you're comfortable with this, you can start tapping the foot out a little farther away. Again, you're moving a slow cycle, one breath per leg movement, engaging that core, and then tapping farther away from the body. Once you've got this down, the next step would be to bring both legs off the ground. So we're going to start here. Again, start close. Breath in, exhale, create tension there, drop one leg to the ground, and return it. Breath in, exhale, create tension, drop the other one. And again, once you have this, walk the legs out a little farther. Now this isn't the end all be all to back health, but this is an important component and a great place to start. You want to use this same stabilization for all your movements throughout the day, particularly transition movements. So getting in and out of the car, up from the chair at dinner, in and out of bed. Before you move, you want to go ahead and draw in, create that stability in the core, and then move. For more information on low back health and other exercises, please visit elementalbodies.com.